Alright, hello everyone. We're doing Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun today, and yeah. To people returning to the channel, and to anybody who, I guess, watches the VODs, we're taking a hiatus from Elden Ring because we are. I put 100 hours in the game, and I think I've enjoyed about 20 of them, and that was in the beginning, when I was naive and thought the game would have good diversity for the enemies, and that every build would be feasible. Shame to me. We just need to do a tiny miniature lick of setup. Don't worry, it won't take long. Now, Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun, it is a retro shooter. I would say a la Doom, but it's more like Blood. It has more in common with the build engine games that were always a bit faster paced and had a bit more complex mechanics to it. And yeah, we're just gonna get to it. Why are you like this? Computer, I beg you, please work with me. If you were here for yesterday's stream, I did start it. We're going to be taking it from the top. I'd like to get the entire game in one chunk of a VOD, one stream. Hopefully. And here we go. As a reminder, this game contains explosions and flashing lights. If you have photosensitivity, turn away now. I really do appreciate the rock. Which is very good. Oh, alright, so we're just gonna... Oh, there are 3 chapters. Fantastic. Oh, so it does keep track of that. That's actually fantastic. Start from the beginning. We're gonna play on hard because that's what I do. We don't play easy mode here. Alright, we're entering a cutscene. I'm gonna let it play.
Once touched by the hand of chaos, remains untainted. You are under the dominion of the Ordo Malleus to assist my investigations into a world that has already felt that fell influence. Graia has been under the close watch of the Inquisition since the Grimskull War. The Forge world remains largely secure, but we have picked up concerning energy readings in the surrounding system. I have my suspicions, although we have not had sufficient time to pinpoint the origin of these foul energies. While most of the planet remains unaffected, it is my belief that rogue elements within the Adeptus Mechanicus may have been experimenting with a surviving fragment of Inquisitor Drogon's power source. Your mission is to assist me in locating a fragment of the power source. While I consider this threat extremely serious, your superiors have seen fit to second only a handful of you to my supervision. In the absence of a larger force, we should pray to the Emperor that this does not develop into a more dire situation. This servo skull will guide you. In Commodus here is one of the few sanctified and preserved from the purging of Drogon's heretical archives. Together, you will search sites where communication has become sporadic. Should you encounter any opposition, you may assume they have been tainted by the ruinous powers. Suffer not the heretic to live. While I continue my investigations aboard the Crown, you will be deployed to a habitation zone we lost contact with several cycles ago. You should assume the situation to be extremely hostile. Beware. We do not know how far the taint of the arch-enemy spreads.
Right, we get to play as Ultramarines. The greatest of them all. Now entering. Off target. Your deployment to Graria didn't go quite as planned. No matter, secure armament. Bolster your faith and continue. Those heretics don't know what's coming for them.
I am an angel of death.
No, you're not. Alright, so it's worth saying that the Angels of Death are actually a Space Marine chapter. He is not an Angel of Death. He is an Ultramarine. Now, like all similar games from the era, like Doom, like Blood, like Duke Nukem, this game has secrets, so I need to keep an eye out for those. They tend to have powerful, you know, stuff in them. Whether they be actual power-ups, upgrades, hello Exali, or other such things. Have I found any of the secrets yet? Not in this level. I have in other levels. All right, now we've got the game's namesake. Now, as a turbo nerd, I can give you some fun facts about the bolt gun. The bolt gun is chambered in 959 Godwin. It is a rocket-propelled explosive round. Think of the bolter as a fully automatic grenade launcher. The projectile is about the size of a mountain, not a mountain, a monster can. It is explosive, it is armor-piercing, and it is heading right for you. For the most part, the normal enemies you end up fighting, Nice. The normal enemies you end up encountering most of the time can't survive more than a shot from the bolt gun. Really? They give me an upgrade at the end of the level? But, yeah! We were a little slow, but we got all kills, found all secrets. I love it. Alright. Mountain batteries. A trail through the mountains lead to the habitation zone. Planetary defense batteries align the route. As do heretics. Find a way into the Have Zone. Purge any resistance. I know it says press any button, but I always left click, which causes me to fire as soon as I enter the map.
I cannot let that. Boys die.
Ooh. I tried to melee the guy who was point blank, and the game locked on to the other one. That's unfortunate for me. This game also has a mantling system. So if you don't quite make a jump, you will grab the ledge. Most of the time. This game is very satisfying to play. The damage the weapons have impact. Enemies give in a satisfying manner. And there's plenty of secrets to find if you've got that kind of itch. Oh yeah, there's also grenades. I mean, you said it, not me. Enjoy your shower, Exile.
I'll make you bleed.
Alright, right up here is, I think, where we're gonna run into a new enemy. The normal mooks and grunts aren't really that much of a threat, but they exist. Unfortunately, we can solve that problem through incredible violence. Hello? Oh, that's just a corpse. Hmm. I wonder how much of this is just intentional level design, and how much is just a bit of an oversight on the devs' part. Like, oh yes, the mantle system and whatnot, it's wonderful. God damn it. I don't think I'm supposed to get up there, but I had to try. And there's no windows or doorways up here. They are offering shotgun ammo, so maybe there's a shotgun somewhere. And by maybe, I mean probably. Ah, screw it, we're gonna backtrack for a quick second. Oh, that's a proper Titan. Wait, is it I forget the classifications. I think that's proper Titan. Yes, that's a Titan. The size of not enemies, but of the mechanical units are Titans are the largest. Then it's, what is it, Dreadnoughts, Terminators, and then Space Marines. There's more to it than that, but that's the simple way. Also in a very Warhammer-esque kind of way. You don't have armor, you have contempt. It is lovely. They wouldn't, right? No, okay. Where we ran into those first two guys, and there's nothing back here, just disappointment. There is also, as far as I'm aware, no mapping system to this game. It's just you and your ability to navigate. The levels aren't super complex, but I'd kind of like one just so I could see level layouts after I've been through them. I don't know, maybe that's a me thing. Let's see. It's just somehow, yeah. Normal enemies frequently drop health when they die. It is very useful for keeping up the aggression. It is mildly annoying the hitbox on the health pickups aren't slightly bigger. You'll find yourself accidentally zipping past them in the small contempt hiccups. Okay, that doesn't work. What was the build engine Trinity? It was... Oh, hey, Soleil. The armor is just pure zealousy. It's contempt, actually. Contempt for those that are different than you. And health is health. Well. It's really weird to see one of the normal enemies, one of the little dudes, survive with like a sliver of health. Normally they really do just get deleted. Hmm. That sounds hellish. Ah, it is Lord. You just got Battle Sister for VR. Nice. Yes, Lord, welcome. Also, yes, Black Legion. Granted, we are still super early in, so things are going to escalate quickly, as is the rule of thumb in a Warhammer game, or Warhammer in general. It's just kind of how things go. A little tired, but otherwise. And we're good. I mean, it really does kind of depend on how friendly the dev team has decided to be with the source code. You know? I know there's another game similar called Prodeus, which is very friendly with fan content. But considering this is a James Workshop IP, who knows how protective they're going to be. That is unfortunate. Oh, you helped dev Prodeus. And how'd that go? What does that button do? Oh, that fires the artillery. The planetary defenses. I mean, that tracks. You did some free work. Nice. I know you can get up there, but there isn't a whole lot of yes, there's the part that we forgot. Too heavy, too fast. On hard, but it didn't feel much of a challenge when he started out. How do you feel about it? Early on, against normal enemies and against the Chaos Space Marines, it's easy. And then you start fighting the actual forces of Chaos. Like, you start running into proper demons and plague toads. Like, full-grown ones, not the lesser ones. And, it becomes a challenge. You also start running into more Chaos Guardsmen with, plasma weaponry, which is... It's not quite the game's rocket launcher, but it's close enough. It also comes in handy that enemy projectiles are a tad slow. Damn it. I mean, there's also the entire possibility that good old D is much better at this game than me. It's entirely possible, entirely probable. And this upgrade gives us Kraken bolts. Yes, that is Warhammer 40k Gladius. It is free on Steam. None of the DLCs are free, but The base game is free, so you could pick it up on Steam and enjoy. I could probably make that jump, but I don't think there's anything over there. This game has a lot of secrets, but I'm never sure where is a secret and where is just slight developer oversight on map design. It does have a discount, yes. The Gladius. The DLCs for it, that is. Come on, let me up. I need that Contempt game. Looks like there's... I might be able to rock hop up, but no guarantees. This is the less glorious bit about the older Doom and build engine games that isn't talked about nearly as much as the secret hunting. You don't have to, but man, does it help. That grenade did not fly nearly as far as I'd hoped. God, sometimes that charge is pathetic. So a thing to explain is your character has a shoulder check, a charge. Sometimes it goes far, sometimes you get interrupted by getting shot. It's really satisfying to shoulder check a Space Marine off a ledge or something, but it does involve you know, shoulder checking a Chaos Space Marine. These Marines are shaming the Legion. Yes. Granted, I don't have a horse in this race. I was a Necron player. Look, the Tau can go on about their greater good. The Space Marines can go on about their codex. And whatever niche fetish the individual legions have. But I will always say, the best ending for all of Warhammer 40k is the bright green glow of the Necrons. Will anyone survive? No. Definitely not. But that's the fun part, isn't it? I mean, granted, it's funny. The Necrons are a major threat and powerhouse in their individual dynasties. More so anytime dynasties, you know, work together. And it's funny that I like them, considering I was also a fan of the Skaven. Alright, that's a point of no return. There's nothing back there. I'm pretty sure there's nothing over there. And the end of the level is just ahead. I happen to have experienced this level yesterday during my initial testing of it. The Infinite and the Divine, and it's the funniest book you've ever read. What's the Inquisitor series? The one where the Caiaphas Cain books? No, that doesn't sound right. One where a human Inquisitor gains a rapport with the orcs and meets the well-spoken orc overboss. The overwarlord, the one actually in charge. I missed a couple. I'm sad. I mean, the Kane books are also amazing, but... Now entering Sector Imperialis. The streets are quiet, too quiet. The stench of heresy abounds. Looks like the local militarum's defenses didn't fare too well. Descend through the hab. Purify it as you go. Skaven aren't going to be in the re-release of Warhammer Fantasy. I don't care. They are the winners in my heart. There's a reason they won the end times. Sure, Archaon Ever-Chosen managed to open his Chaos Gate. It only doomed the warp. I'm unironically one of the few people who's just like, yes, end times, my beloved. Finally, yes, the Skaven get recognition they deserve. Skaven carried the end times. Well, like, the biggest problem people have, and I really don't blame them, is that, for starters, they added a canon end to it. Why would you do this? Isn't the point, like, over-the-top unending war? Alright, now we're starting to get into the warp fuckery. I didn't quite hear where the game has the sudden difficulty uptick. That's an arena later. You plan to play the Skaven, but now you will have to find the dwarves or the high elves. I guess a close second is Chaos Dwarves. Grab our grenades. Alright, there's this game's shotgun. It was at the end of that hallway. You might have seen it for a moment, and I am excited to get that back in my hands. I feel like it could have more bite to it, but it did get spoiled to me that there is a melt-a-gun in this game, and I suppose as a direct upgrade to the shotgun, a melt-a-gun really is a good way to go about it. Ah, yes, that's super armor. That just maxes out your contempt. Alright, I happen to know that this is a big circle and we loop around, so I'm not super worried. That was incredibly frustrating. I went to shoulder check that guy and I impacted with the wall. Come on, get up over the wall. The hard difficulty. It says what difficulty I'm on at the end of every level. And as for generous, it's generous for now. Like, I have high health, high ammo, and high contempt for now. There's an arena up ahead. Even knowing what's coming, it's going to be rough. Again, it's the classic, it's getting the proverbial feet wet. And if you'd like me to elaborate on why the game suddenly gets harder, I will explain it as, there's a Dreadnought up ahead. No, not a Dreadnought, there's a Terminator. Dreadnought comes later. I'm pretty sure anyways. Curse you, Charge, for not having a wider hitbox. It's all fun and games till I run out of ammo. And then it becomes a party. Please tell me that's got enough reach to hit him. It does. Fantastic. Yes, we found a machine spirit. That is an upgrade for our weapon. What it does, I don't exactly know yet. Ah, yes, it sometimes allows it to bounce. This is why we take the machine spirit, people. You consecrate your weapons, if you know what's good for you. Consecrate. English. Technically High Gothic, but that's neither here nor there. Oh good, these have collision. I was kind of worried about that. No, that's... The game doesn't instantly kill you when you fall out of bounds, by the way. You just phase back. Alright, now that the enemies are gone, I need to see something. Doesn't look like there's any secrets. Not really anyways, unless these walls aren't real. Yes, don't die from falling from a ledge. I mean, it'd be really funny if there was an achievement for it. It does do damage, by the way. It just doesn't outright kill you. Full disclosure, I expect it to act like Like the old rot walls, like the sky walls, sky tiles, that would just instantly kill you on contact. Now, I want to point out, on the positive side, I put the machine spirit on my shotgun, because I can. I expected it to kill me as well, but I put the machine spirit on my shotgun because the bolter can get Kraken bolts, and that just, it really, really expedites the process with basically anything you kill if you have Kraken bolts, and it isn't super necessary to have both Kraken bolts and the machine spirit. Because the shotgun doesn't have the benefit of Kraken bolts or anything like that. Not as far as I'm aware. Not as far as I've encountered yet. Right. Sorry about that. And not bad, but again, with what you have, not with what you don't. So sometimes you pass around the machine spirit, and the machine spirit goes onto whatever gun you have equipped whenever you know, collect it, so. Anything? No, nothing. You don't actually need to take this elevator down. You can just jump. I don't think you take any traditional fall damage. But it is there. Occasionally, whenever you enter an area, there's Purge Protocol, which is a bunch of enemies have spawned. You cannot progress or proceed until they're all dead. Yep. Well, not classic Doom, but new Doom. With the gore nests. And whatnot, you know? You pop the gore nest and then you fight a bunch of enemies, but in this case it's you enter the area, there's a bunch of enemies. Fight smarter, not harder. You'll notice some of the guardsmen now have plasma guns. And unlike in tabletop, they do not just have a chance to explode. It's also spawning Terminators, which is, fun. Worth mentioning, the shoulder charge you have will put you through and behind enemies. You can also land on enemies. It's not easy, but it's doable. This does provide me a good opportunity to find out the proper range of the chainsword. Come on. They fucking teleport. I'll tilt. When chainsawing things, you are not immune to damage. Hardy har. Yes, indeed, chaotic. Would have helped during the fight. Temporary power-up, but hey, secret and all. Plasma rifle acts as a rocket launcher in what would be the classic Dooms, but... Oh... Man... I'm gonna miss when health and ammo and grenades are all plentiful. Kind of like learning to miss the motion tracker when it's gone in Halo. Alright. Did we get everything? We missed something somewhere. I'm sad. I didn't get all the secrets, of course. Sorry about the sound of the bag. That someone handed me something while when I paused a while ago. Alright, so... Now entering Silent Martyrs. The only available route is through the Habs Mausoleum. Tread carefully through these sacred bones. Who knows what spirits you might awaken. And giving what the warp is, that's oddly true. Alright. Ah, yes, we're now introduced a new enemy, Nurglings. They have a ranged attack, they jump at you. They are annoying. But worst of all, they insult you. They occasionally moon you. You're glad they do that. I'm sure you are. Lord, knowing you, you like it. They are squishy. They also occasionally get helmets. They aren't quite like the, what was it? Total War Warhammer Nurglings that are just rolling balls of chaos. As far as I'm aware, yet. I don't know if they ever become rolling balls of chaos, but I know in Total War Warhammer they do that. Nurgle your balls. Only if I can put my balls in your jaw. The ones in Total War are fucking memes. Hilarious. Alright. Look, I'm taking this moment of calm to restock on the armor and the contempt and the health. Is it worthwhile to use a plasma gun on Nurglings? No. Does the Codex Astartes qualify these actions? Do they permit such things? Yes. What? Alright, so this is the first time I've had this happen. Why do I sound like a T-Rex stopping around? Because a Space Marine is about as heavy as a T-Rex. Unironically. Alright, so we got our red key. When that teleports in, I expect it to be an enemy spawn. It happens so frequently. It's because I'm jumpy. I'm on edge. Another shotgun if you missed the first one. You might be wondering why I was taking the hallway slow. You might have seen for a brief moment there was a Chaos Guardsman with a plasma gun. Plasma guns hurt a lot. And I'm not in the business of getting melted by a guardsman. Local angry Marine. Too angry to die. I will say this is more fair than Blood, because instead of having it be hit scanner hell, where you turn a corner into damage, everything, well, most things have projectiles. Allowing you to actually dodge. I will say, due to the slow projectile speed, I do kind of wish enemies were more accurate. I forgot the Plague Toads have a tongue attack. God damn it. I hate Plague Toads so much. I do find it funny how the Plague Toads have a ranged attack and then a melee attack at a range. It is quite something. Alright, is that everything? I don't like missing kills. Oh, you hear something. I heard something for a moment, but I don't hear anything anymore. That's where I spawned in. Like, the one true complaint I have is that enemies don't have the best, like, idle callouts. Maybe it's just because I'm not super familiar or as familiar with this game as I am with like Doom and whatnot, where idling monsters will just make noises. They seem to do it a lot less in this game, which isn't bad, but it's different and it's probably intentional. Vortex grenade. Oh boy. We get the big boy grenade. We're not going to use the big boy grenade. Not for now.
Not.
Yes. But it's there. It's on backup in case we have a need for it. It's a little annoying trying to melee the Nurglings because they're so small you just swipe over their heads. Do I think I could handle the harder difficulty? I need to say, probably not. In part because I've been humbled by this room that's literally just ahead. It's not this room, it's the room after it. At least I'm pretty sure it's the room after it. My memory of the exact layout of a game that I only played once is not the best. I'll just try harder. No amount of trying is gonna save me. It's that kind of room. I mean, Emperor protects and all that, but my god, it won't protect me enough. Ooh. I apologize, I swear, every time I stream, my right eye goes just itchy. Let's go. No. Not at all. Not comparable. She's way worse. It is this room. There we go. Yeah, when plasma gun guardsmen die, they explode. I pointed out and then I immediately meleeed one and they exploded and it damaged me. Damn the plasma gunners. Bro, damn them. Now, you might notice that there's a bit of a big enemy in the room, and I'm ignoring them, because they are very, very tanky. Alright, where did the big enemy go? There's also toads. Yes, that's right, the big enemy is the big plague toad. It has so much health. My god, the health on it. To be honest, I like trying to clear out all the other enemies and leaving the toad for last. I apologize, my right eye is very much bothering me. You know how it goes, you get an eyelash in your eye, or some dry skin, or something, dust, anything. And it's just, alright, for the next 10 minutes, that eye is going to be very itchy. Don't worry about it. You know, Exali, if you're talking about getting cum in your eyes, that's on you. Can't say I've ever experienced it, but... By the way, that wasn't the last enemy. That was just the last enemy holding back the next wave. There is yet another plague toad. Because naturally. Also, plague toads really, really hurt. Good heavens, they hurt. I'm not loyal enough for this shit. Desperately like some additional health. Just a smidge. I'll take some contempt. See, this is where the vortex grenade would really come in handy, but too good to use syndrome. Alright, where's Big Toad? There's Big Toad. You gotta find a Tobakadachi. Ooh, good luck with that. Well, I'm down to less than 20 health and 22 contempt. Time to pick up the really tiny pickups, because boy howdy, I need them. Alright. Can I interact with you for health or something? No, you just exist. Alright, we now have the next key. Oh yeah, I remember thinking it was really weird that the key was just on the opposite side of the room. You know, I wonder if anybody's broken down the armor to health ratio yet. Here's the other room that curbed my enthusiasm. That's right, you go from one giant purge room to another. I've also missed secrets that I found the first time through. We are probably going to be seeing our first death here. God, I hate the frogs, the toads, the toads! Oh, my charge ran out. That was unfortunate. It should in theory be fine to take out the big boy now. There we go. There's still more frogs hopping about. Probably. Alright, but where's the last frog? There's one hopping around somewhere. I swear it. We could just leave. I thought there was a frog hopping around. Apparently there wasn't. All right, that's where my experience with this game ends. This is all going to be new from here on out. Martyrs Crossing. This bridge connects the Hab to the Magistrate's Bastion. It's been heavily fortified against the demonic invasion, but is no longer under Imperial control. Push forward and clear it. It does bother me minorly that the press any button really doesn't include left click, because if you do press left click for the press any button, you will fire a shot. So, don't left click. I will say aerial control isn't the best, but it's there, so I guess that tracks. You know, it's kind of funny. This game is the exact opposite as, what is it? Space Hulk Deathwing. This game is easiest in the wide open areas where you've got good sight lines, and hardest whenever you're in the enclosed, cramped spaces. Space Hulk Deathwing is the exact opposite, where it's easiest whenever you're in those enclosed, cramped spaces, and hardest whenever you're out in the open. Granted, that does not take into account things like corners. As in Space Hulk Deathwing, they added the suicide enemies that just run at you and explode. That and having one of the larger forms, larger strains just turn a corner on you is a fantastic way to brown your pants. Granted, those guys are Terminators, though, not Space Marines, so there is a difference. Alright. Back to full health. Back to full contempt. The devs do not want you straying from their carefully guided, what's it called, experience. You can't slip under the elevator, which I guess is good in its own way. It means there probably isn't going to be any secrets under any elevators. We've gained some height. When this game becomes all Space Marines and all Terminators, that's when things are gonna get a little bit spicy. For now, it's not so bad. For now, it's just the occasional one. Also, yes, the different enemies do have distinct weaknesses to the different weapons. And the Bolter is significantly better at taking care of the Chaos Space Marines, but sometimes you don't have the faculties to swap. At least in my case. People who are fans of Doom Eternal would probably have that problem a lot less. Game doesn't have that problem that some do, where if you jump while on an elevator, it will move faster than you, and you will then fall to your death. I guess if anyone ever sees this and wants a tip, always reload your weapons. For whatever reason, ammo pickups ignore whether or not your magazine is empty or full, and they will treat every magazine, no matter if it's like completely full or down to its last shot, as if it were entirely full. So remember to reload if you want your maximum ammo. One more blue. I'll be. There is an actual path this way. Now, I wonder if this does the Serious Sam thing, where if I walk up here, it'll spawn more enemies. Doesn't seem like it. All right. Oh boy, more elevator fun. Remember what I said about reloading? Because I'm now out of bolter ammo. Somehow, some way. Despite being the most abundant ammo in the game, I've run out. Lucky vouchers do? They increase your quest rewards. Mostly money. Unless you're talking... Yes, that's what they do. The lucky vouchers increase your monetary gain. I don't think they affect drop rates for rewards. I don't think they affect the amount of rewards. They just increase your monetary reward. Have those always been purple? Ah yes, the Vengeance bolt gun. That was a secret? I don't like how that one was just out in the open. Chaos Space Marines do in fact have grenades of their own. Though their blast radius is mercifully much smaller than than yours.
There'll be nothing left.
My poor armor. Well, my poor contempt. Really, elevator? You know, I don't like this proverbial stockpile of ammo and the broad supply of health they've provided. Ah, it's because we were at another bridge section. There's a weapon up there, and I wanted... This is gonna become Purge. I can feel it in my bones. Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. I understand. I get it. Screamer of Teach? Protect me, Heavy Bolter. Alright, so... I like that in lieu of a wind-up, which wouldn't have made sense. It really does just have you have to lift it. Oh, it's beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have access to the Heavy Bolter. Alright, where'd you go, you little teleporty bastard? Oh, that is beautiful. I love infinite ammo. It's a thing of beauty. I do appreciate the chainsword seems to ignore resistances. also seem to be under... yes. I seem to be under the unfortunate, what do you want to call it? Unfortunate habit of not utilizing the combat arenas to their fullest. I heard something. Is that... I think those guys are down below. That or there's still more enemies. Also, like... You see what I mean when I say the armor pickups, like the small, like 2-point armor pickups and whatnot could have a bigger hitbox. Because you frequently walk right past them, but you don't actually get close enough to pick them up. So you end up with, like, far less health and armor than you'd really expect. And it does make picking up the health and armor tedious. Right. Please go up. And it's going down. Oh, elevator, you not elevator, chandelier, you disappoint me. I will say, I appreciate how they made the bolt gun not awful. There's rarely a situation where you should use something other than it. Like, it's fine in every situation, basically. Like, while other weapons, there are better choices on an enemy-to-enemy basis. Oh, this is gonna be another giant combat arena. Probably around the time I enter that center walkway kind of thing. So let's grab our heavy bolter and get ready. Yep, purge. Fantastic. One complaint I have about these, Screamers of Tzeentch. They don't laugh. Like, I know it's a weird thing to say that it bothers you, but... Like, anytime you see a fan depiction of Tzeentch, it's always a cackling, like... trickster planner kind of dude. You know? It'd be funny to me if the Screamers were just... kind of like... I guess giggling, chittering at you all the time. Oh, my poor armor. Oh, that hit the wall and blew up and hit me anyways. That's very upsetting. Alright, now we have some good and proper breathing room. I'm literally just cycling through my weapons, tapping reload, make sure everything's filled. Level exit. Now entering the Venerable Bastion. The Magistrate's Bastion. The information we need will be here, somewhere. Now all you have to do is get inside. Shouldn't be too hard. Looks like the heretics have managed it. You captured a Kuluyaku. Congratulations. How did the bird treat you? Did you get yoked in the process? I should really stop just using basically exclusively the bolter in these open areas. I do need to swap to the other weapons more frequently. It's just... Look, hear me out. The bolter's really good, and it's satisfying to use, as you can reach out and touch enemies with it. Hacked a couple times, rock slammed a couple times, but tranked him. Alright. The thing to remember about Kuluyaku is whenever it's got that rock, those slam attacks it does have almost a guaranteed stun chance. Alright, we're good to go. I would say imagine pistol starting with this, but I guess the thing that would happen in... I almost call this game Space Marine. No, Space Marine 2 comes out much later. But the thing that happened in Bolt Gun would be you'd sword start. Like, you'd start with chainsword and you'd have to grab whatever, like, early weapons you could get. Like, this is probably a me problem, but I really do wish these small pickups for armor and health had larger hitboxes, just so it was less tedious to walk around and collect them. It'd also be nice to have them more, you know, consistently pick-upable during a firefight. When you're jumping and strafing and whatnot, it's kind of annoying to have to actively look. Alright, so they've added champions and aspirants. Great. And by great, I mean awful. How heretical. Now, for the same people who didn't dedicate, you know, their lives to 40k, why are aspirants and champions things to take note of? So aspirants are followers of Chaos who aspire to be champions, who aspire to have their Dark God's recognition. And boy howdy, they are on the way to doing that. The ruinous powers of Chaos and the gods, heavy quotes, in Warhammer 40k, they are very, very real. It's kind of like in D&D, where the gods are very real and tend to take active roles in it. You can choose not to believe in them, but boy howdy, do they believe in you. And I would say we are fighting Black Legion, but we're also encountering Nurgle and Tzeentch and... Perhaps the pinks and blues are supposed to be Slaaneshi. Not quite horny enough, but... Hey. Perhaps it's better this way. Are you okay, computer? I dropped a large number of frames there, and the game stuttered. I'm not sure what's up with that, but something happened. Man, look at all this ammo. And I can't help but think, god damn it, there's gonna be something terrible up ahead, isn't there? Refresher on grenades. I still have my vortex grenade. Alright, place your bets. Purge? I'm thinking Purge. Purge indeed. Now we could take the coward's path and just hide in this closet and kill things as they come. But we don't play like that. You know, it's easy to forget how varied the assets of the Maleficarum are. There are quite a lot of them this time around. That's unfortunate for me. Fantastic for them, but unfortunate for me. Alright, we don't have full contempt, but we do have quite a bit of health. And that is subject to change. Make sure I'm stocked up with as much ammo as I can carry. Purge again? They wouldn't. They just might. That or there's going to be a new encounter with a very tough enemy. Oh, we don't have that key. Go up there isn't an option. Oh, there's the key we needed. Yes, lots of DACA with the heavy bolter. Hey, Poe, how are you today? Has it occurred to you to leave corporation, to leave company, and seek better employment? Alright, there's probably still stuff scattered about, but we're going to ignore it. Always, you say? I really need to get into the habit of actually using my grenades. Like that. But I'm always scared. I'm always scared that, Are you referring to audio levels or just the calm? I'm always a bit paranoid when throwing grenades. I'm actually gonna accidentally throw one of the vortex grenade. It was way too calm. It really was. That's where the yellow keys go. Well, I say yellow, but I think that's actually the purple one. Am I going colorblind? Like, that is a certainly yellow, yes? Alright, thanks for stopping by, Exali. It's always good to see you, and it's always great to have you. Hope you get a good night's sleep. And I'll see you next time. Come on. Work with me, Mantle System. Well, here's hoping that it's quiet and peaceful and the wife doesn't make you go to the couch. Dear Exalted, can I convince you to be less tanky in the future? Sincerely, a ammo-strapped Space Marine. I mean, that sounds like the proper response to someone hitting you when you're asleep, telling them to fuck off, even if it is your spouse. Does that enemy spawn globe want to settle down and actually spawn an enemy, or... There's that key we saw, for that door we saw much earlier. I say much earlier, but it's actually right down there. Farewell! You know, I get why it doesn't... You don't just get the health and contempt whenever you kill things. But, I feel like, as an upgrade for the chainsword, like, if there's going to be patches in the future, something they need to do is, if you kill an enemy with the chainsword, hoover up their drops. You know? Like, if you've got, like, full ammo and you chainsword a Space Marine and it drops fucking ammo and a grenade, don't just delete them, but like if I chainsword a demon or something and it drops armor, just hoover it into me so I don't have to worry about like walking around and picking up the like individual pixels. You know, I think this arena was a little bit too big. Just a smidge. Like, the mobility is nice, but the enemies that are spawning here don't exactly lend themselves to the concern of such a large space. Hey, it didn't cost me any ammo. Air time consuming, though. Okay, good. I can hot swap with the number keys. That is very unfortunate. I love the smell of purging in the morning. You know, there's probably someone going on a dietary purge and they just physically winced. Ah, yes, the door. I missed probably like 1 or 2 enemies. That is very unfortunate. Now entering Forbidden Knowledge. Forbidden Knowledge. You're inside the Bastion. Its corrupt owner has quite the archive here. Search the deepest recesses of this foul place for information on the fragment's whereabouts. I need to stop clicking whenever I enter a level. It never does me any favors. Hmm. Ah, nice. I should probably try to look for secrets a bit more than I do, but at the same time... And... Look, I'm already on board of being from Stupid Town. That's unfortunate. Oh good, that's death. I was worried there was going to be one of those blues just somewhere because it fell off the ledge. Well, that's a Tzeentch banner. You know, this is gonna sound weird. This is gonna sound strange. I kind of wish the text for the, Servo Skull wasn't in the top left corner. I wish it was, like, center bottom or something. Really? Like, I know that's a weird thing to say, because in the top left it's unintrusive, but, like... Center bottom wouldn't be that much of a problem since our weapon and arm are there. It'd also bring it closer to the center of the action and center of the attention, so I don't physically have to look up into the... Well, not physically, but, you know, peer up into the left, taking my eyes off of potential things in front of me. I don't have the audacity to say that this game, which is $20, should have voice acting for it. I probably should have put that on the heavy bolter. But hey, we all make mistakes. Alright, this is where I picked up the key. Oh, there's... I see, I understand. There's a big boy. Oh yeah, I have Kraken bolts, and I've had Kraken bolts this entire time. Ah, that plasma gun self-deleted. Also, it's probably intentional, but it's a little dark in here. A little hard to see. Just a hair. Just a bit. That's not what I want to see when I'm so low on health and armor. There's the solution. And we're good. All right, chain sorting the Spirants. Probably not a good idea. Note to self. Now, to be entirely honest, because of all the fighting, I've forgotten where I was trying to go. Fortunately, I remember this area is blocked off, so it was probably this way. Wrong button. Right button. Time to see what Vortex Grenade to do. Another purge right out the gate? No, just a huge area. Well, I've gone too far to backtrack, so... I say as I've accidentally backtracked heavily. I will say this is where I kind of wish I had an auto-map of some description. I'd like to see where I'm going. Apparently I missed a dude the first time through. The game really doesn't like being up here. Well, that at least brings us back up to full health and armor. Alright, so we have the red key, which goes to the red door, which hopefully does not lead us to Cornate Berserkers. And that goes up, but that's not where we're trying to go. I don't think that's where we're trying to go. That is... You know, now I'm curious. Is there, like, a secret down there? No, it doesn't look like it. Hey, look, I have to check. I have to know. I need to know. There's that Tzeentchian banner from earlier. That's just damage I don't need to take. You know, it should probably be stated. It probably doesn't need to be stated at this point to anyone with eyes, but it needs to be stated. I have a terrible sense of direction. That's how we came down here. Okay, yes, this is where we picked the key. No amount of rerunning in this area will change that. I've been up here, right? Is there a button to ask for directions from my servo skull? Is there a red key door back here? Is that why it looped back around perfectly and I just missed it? I walked past it. There's a red key door back here. God! Emperor, damn it. You know, I'm not sure if I'm pleased with the damage the plasma gun does to the Terminators, or if I'm disappointed, and I kind of wish they did more. Because Terminators are supposed to be incredibly beefy. When compared to Space Marines, that is. When compared to Guardsmen, nigh indestructible. I mean, granted, so are Space Marines, in the eyes of a Guardsman, but I don't know. It's really hard to scale reasonably whenever, like, Guardsman success is more from quantity as a quality all of its own. That kind of holds true for how Space Marines get in late game Warhammer. Granted, that's kind of how everything gets in late game Warhammer, until you get to ultra late game Warhammer. Oh, I don't like that. I see they have found Hereticus Oris, the molester of eyes. Very, very Slaaneshi. Oh, that... no, that fucks with the perception. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. It's perfect, though. Please tell me we never go to the warp. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I think I know how they do this. So, like, every map has, like, a void outside the playable area. And I think that's just what this is. This just allows you to see into the void outside of the map. That or it has its own fucking texture, and that's a terrifying prospect. You know, for a brief moment I was expecting, I don't know, what are they called? A, Revenant Flame kind of attack? Don't ask me why. Maybe it's the way it raised its arms. It's the learned experience of, oh boy, a game in this kind of setting raised its arm like that. Well, time for it to be a Revenant. Time to take most of my health in an explosion. Oh god, the verticality. The verticality. Emperor preserve me. I'm surprised there isn't, like, a pickup in the middle there that we gotta try and platform to. You know? I'm not looking forward to whenever the big boys show up. Apparently that was the big boy, which is, I don't know, mildly disappointing. I don't know. I expected, what are they called? The aspirants or champions or maybe a Terminator or two. Okay, that's the Melicarum rock. The Hereticus Oris. The Ore of Heresy. Okay, so this upper part doesn't actually go anywhere. Good to know, so that means where I'm trying to go is on the bottom floor. Probably. It's at times like this I wish I had a map. Ah, screw it, I want the armor. Come on, group up. Charge, you disappoint me. I took all that extra damage. I lost 200 armor because I wanted to try and charge uphill through the enemies. But whenever you're charging uphill, your charge is heavily stifled. That is... I'm really sad. Like, that was a potentially beautiful moment where charge could really, really chain through the enemies. Me that shiny rock. What do you mean? Well, that changes things. I guess that's the funny bit. It's the Lord of Change. And things have changed because of its appearance. Okay, don't get too close to the Lord of Change. The game doesn't want you to do that. Note to self, do not try to chainsword the Lord of Change. That's not how this works. You know, I asked a bit of a rhetorical question earlier if this game was going to have bosses. I didn't think it would just throw a Lord of Change at me. Alright. Let's see what that bad boy can do. Ooh. Ooh, that is spicy. That is very spicy. I love the look of that. Okay, note to self, vortex grenades are absolutely busted. I love it. Also, I like how they provided us a heavy bolter in here and a bunch of ammo for it, and a bunch of ammo for everything else, but the heavy bolter was not effective. It was doing that armor ting thing of inefficient weapon use. Alright, I've killed the Lord of Change. Oh, there's... Oh, secret thing. Good heavens. Alright, I'd love to continue this, but, I have some responsibilities to take care of. Has to do with the bag that I was handed, so I'm sorry, but we'll continue this tomorrow. Actually, I want to look. I want to see something real quick. So chapter select. We haven't been to chapter 2 yet. My God, how many missions are there? I don't know if that's the last or if there's just many more. For $20, you get quite a lot. Alright, I'm Ratman Horatio. That was Warhammer 40k Boltgun. Not even the entire first chapter, and there were 3 chapters. Ooh. I look forward to doing more of this. There's a Discord where you can communicate with the community and join us for planning for the Left 4 Dead streams. There's supposed to be a Left 4 Dead stream tomorrow with you, the community. There's a Twitter where you can see live alerts and I guess get hints into what I'm going to end up streaming. There is a Discord. Yeah, there's Discord for community. I don't need to repeat that. There's a YouTube where you can watch the VODs. There's a Twitch where you can watch live. And yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend if you don't come back. And yeah.